What's up, guys? It's Mike for Sim Racing 604, and it is new hardware day. Next Level Racing has sent me some cool new products. Over here, we have a keyboard and mouse stand, and here, as you can see, we have the new wheel stand DD, a compact wheel stand strong enough to withstand the forces of a direct drive wheel. I'm super excited to get this open. Let's get into it. So as I mentioned off the top, we have two products here, keyboard and mouse stand and a new direct drive wheel stand. So very excited about both. And if you're thinking big deal, keyboard and mouse stand, I will tell you this is the product I actually requested from Next Level Racing. Next Level Racing is a partner of my channel and they've been great so far. And I actually requested that they send this, so I'm very excited to have it because typically I just, rest my keyboard on my lap or something like that. When it's time to race, I move it onto the floor. Or, some of you who have your wheels set up on your desk, you probably just have your keyboard awkwardly put somewhere. So it's nice to have a actual stand for your keyboard and mouse. So that's cool. I'm going to get into that one first, and then we have this, as I mentioned, the wheel stand DD. So typically in the world of compact racing wheel stands, strong, compact, inexpensive, you can pick two. But this actually has all three, which is really awesome. It's designed, the DD in the name is of course for direct drive. So it's designed to withstand the strong torque forces that a direct drive wheel has. I have the AccuForce wheel, so I will certainly put this through its paces as far as strength. And then inexpensive, it's not bad. $299, guys, US for this. Pretty good for a wheel stand, actually very good for a wheel stand that strong. And then compact, well, this thing just tucks away nicely. It's great. So I'm lucky I have the GT Track, which I absolutely love, but it's big. When it's in your living room, it's a dominant presence. This thing can just kind of tuck away into a corner, be hidden away when you have guests or whatever the case is. If you're just a casual sim racer, something like that, and want to put your gear away, don't want it to be a dominant part of your house, this could be the stand for you. So very excited to get these open. We're going to start with this one, with the build of the keyboard and mouse stand. As has become the pattern on this channel, I'm going to do a separate video of the build, and I'll do the same thing for this. So for those of you who don't want to watch the build video, through the magic of YouTube, I will just start into the next part, which will be the testing of this gear. But for those of you who choose to stick around, I will drop a link, or who want to stick around and watch the build, I'll drop a link in the description to this video to an actual build video. So with that said, let's get into it. Alright, guys, so about an hour later, after about a half hour's worth of assembly on the wheel stand DD, the keyboard and mouse stand went together very easily. It was about another half hour or so to get my wheelbase and pedals mounted on the wheel stand DD, but it's all ready to go now. Feels extremely solid, and the best thing about this wheel stand DD, or one of many great things I should say, is actually first let's get this keyboard and mouse stand out of here because I want to show you the cool thing. All right, so all this heavy gear, there's probably 100+ pounds worth of gear here, all very solid. And the coolest thing is that when you're done sim racing, and this is kind of blowing my mind, the way they've balanced this, it's pretty incredible. Normally, if I was on the ground, I could do this much easier. I'm on a table, so I want to be a little bit careful, but you can just roll it around. It's actually surprisingly easy. Like I said, I'm struggling a bit because it's on a table, but when you're on flat ground, you just kind of put a couple hands under here, roll it away. So very cool if you're having guests over or something like that, or you're just kind of a part-time sim racer with some cool gear. This could be a great option for you. Like I say, you just kind of wheel it away to the corner. If you're so inclined, you could take these cross members off, and this is actually a hinge, so you could fold that forward so it's even smaller. But I think for the most part, for most of us, having the wheels on the front, they are locking casters, by the way. Just flip a switch here, and now that's locked in place and will not roll. So you have the option to roll it away if you want. It's very easy, even with all this heavy gear on it. But for the most part, just yeah, it can stay in place with those locking casters. So very cool, very impressive. I'm excited to test it. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've got it all set up and positioned with my Next Level Racing GT track seat here. But then I had the thought, it's probably not a common use case where you have a nice racing seat sitting around your house and a mobile wheel stand. So what we're going to do is get rid of this fancy racing seat and replace it with a standard dining room chair. Ooh, So if it's enjoyable with this kind of dining room chair, it can be enjoyable surely with anything. So it is time. We're going to start racing with this. We're going to get in sim and try it out. Fancy stand, dining room chair. Oh, and one more thing. Ooh, It's so easy. It just moves anywhere. Even on carpet. Seriously, guys, it's pretty awesome to be able to just roll away even your high-end gear like that. Really loving things with the wheel stand DD, but like I said, it's time to get it out in sim. Let's go. Alright, guys, so here we are in Project Cars 2 on board the McLaren F1. Just going to do some casual laps here at the Red Bull Ring and put this wheel stand DD through its paces. Now I will say this isn't the first take of this video. I've had, 7-8 hours, thereabouts, to put the wheel stand DD through its paces, get a feel for things. I gotta say, very impressed. It feels fantastic. When we talked earlier off the top of the video about, does it hit the big three? Is it strong? Is it compact? And is it economical? And yeah, I believe it really does. I believe that, it's strong. You won't see a bit of flex in here. You may have seen Next Level Racing's video as well, where they tried this against the Podium DD from Fanatec and tried a bunch of different force feedback settings, and this thing just still does not give an inch. So I think that's pretty proof positive about how solid this is, and you can hopefully see, it might be slightly off camera, but there's not even a slight bit of flex in the pedal deck despite me running a load cell on a very strong setting. So could not ask for more in terms of strength. In terms of it being compact, yes, it's excellent. You just pick it up under here and wheel it away, and it occupies what, 2.5 or 3 feet by 3 feet. So nicely tucks away into corners of rooms if you have company over, something like that. So yeah, just a very, very cool stand, and it economical. I mean, $299 price point. Is it the cheapest wheel stand on the market? No, but do you really want cheap? I think for what it is, it's very, very comfortably priced, shall we say. $299 US. You get a wheel stand that's strong enough to withhold DD. Even if you don't run DD forces right now, even if you're running a belt drive or a gear drive wheel, if you plan on buying a direct drive at some point in the future, because I mean that cost is dropping off slowly but surely. So I think this is a good investment. $299 is not outrageous, so it does hit on the big three. Now I've had a few days with this thing. I've had 7-8 hours invested in it, and I did want to offer some bit of feedback on this. This is not a promotional video, of course. This is meant as a review, so if I had to offer any sort of feedback as far as things I don't like about the wheel stand DD, it does feel that the casters, the plastic casters, could be one grade higher. They're not bad casters at all. Occasionally I get sort of, I guess you could call it phantom locks. It locks up when it's not supposed to, but it's pretty rare. But overall, I think given that this is so robust and so strong, I think the casters could be one grade higher. And also right below my knees, there's a row of 4 feet that keep the back stabilized. Those feet are difficult to align in terms of height to get all four in a line. So it'd be great if there was some sort of stop or something like that to help get those 4 feet aligned and get that flat. But honestly, it's nitpicking. I did want to offer some feedback, but I have to look pretty hard. I really love this thing. I'm going to be using it. I plan on putting my G29 into it and bringing this thing up to my living room so I don't have to have my GT track. I love my GT track, but I'll probably keep that in the garage for, you know, more hardcore sim racing sessions, and just keep this one upstairs for, you know, light sessions or when I have friends that want to try it or whatever. And then when I'm done with it, just roll it away to the corner. So very impressed with the wheel stand ED. All in all, awesome product. The keyboard and mouse stand behind me, very ergonomic design. It's really great. And I will tell you, I had my first experience with customer service. There was a small defect in shipping, and I needed a replacement part, and I reached out to Next Level Racing, and even though it was evening in Australia, I'm in Canada. It was evening. They got back to me right away, and then within a few business days, I had the replacement part. So very impressed with the customer service at Next Level Racing. And the keyboard and mouse stand itself, very good, height adjustable. It's even ergonomically adjustable. You can adjust the angle of how these meet, and it's made a huge difference. I love having it. It now, you know, can go beside my rig, and everything I need is right there. So very cool with the keyboard and mouse stand as well. So guys, I'm very happy. This will become, the wheel stand DD and the keyboard and mouse stand will become part of my awesome Next Level Racing ecosystem. I really love the product, so very happy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.